Oh, wow. It's been a long time since I've made a video like this. It was back in the olden days whenever I did a lot of vlogs and video game stuff. But hey, guys, this is kind of weird for me. It really is. I wanted to make a video to thank all of you. I meant to make it before 2020 started because I used to make kind of like year-end resolutions for my channel and just kind of a video to reflect on how the channel did over each and every year. And then I kind of quit doing that after about 3 years because it's like it's not really any point. I mainly did it for my own purposes because I could watch the video and just see like where the channel was at that time. I don't do that anymore, but today I wanted to make this video basically to just thank each and every one of you. I'm not going to go on a really long episode here, you might call it, but I am going to talk about it a little bit because it's just how things are nowadays. But the most important thing I wanted to make this video for was to thank each and every one of you guys. We're up to 1,500 subscribers right now as of January 8th, 2020. I never thought I'd see the day where we were this far in. We're 1,500 subscribers. I know we're a dwarf compared to mega channels. It's nothing, but to me, each and every person that subscribes is just as important to me as, you know, some YouTubers like Aholic gained like 10,000 subscribers today. What a buzzkill! But to me, every time one person subscribes, to me that's like a million. So I want to thank you all for that, very much so. I know a lot of it has to do with the videos I've made that help people. I made 2 videos over the past 2 or 3 years that have really taken off. One of them was an issue with the PlayStation 4. It's one of my most popular videos, and here recently, which has really helped this past year, I made a video explaining an issue I was having with my car radio that I was installing myself. And you know, the more I think about that stuff, you know, the more I'm going to try to make videos like it. Like, that's how people struggle nowadays. They're like, well, I make these videos and no one watches them and I don't make any money off of them, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, well, you got to think about these things. You know, make something that has never been made before, or in my case, I find problems that I can't find solutions to on the internet, or YouTube videos on how to fix it. Or there might be information deep, deep, deep within the web, and there's information there on how to fix it, but nobody can find it. So I make a video, and it helps people out. And I'm glad that I can help people out, and at the same time, it helps me out. You know, it's growing the channel. We've gained a lot of subscribers this year. I think it's kind of the same rate, but the biggest thing is the views. Like, these videos, I've noticed I put them up, and they don't do real well for the first week to a month, but then they start to take off. I mean, 22,720 views after I uploaded it September 8th, and that's all it's got so far. But that video, personally, by itself, has made me like $200 or $300 since it was uploaded in September. It's not about the views entirely, but it's the engagement. I've looked at the analytics, and the people have watched it from beginning to end because I made a video that helps them, and they're watching it from beginning to end. You know, you want to get your audience to watch you and to stay engaged and keep watching the video. I'm getting off track here. This is not a video about, you know, how to grow your YouTube channel, but things have been rough for me. My back has been killing me. I weigh over 400 pounds. I've tried losing weight, and I'm not done. You know, I sound pathetic because, you know, I mean, obviously, I'm not quitting. I'm going to turn my life around the best I can. It's just my big issue is my back. And even if I weighed 200 pounds less, my doctor told me, it's like, your back is damaged so badly, you're probably going to have surgery anyway. But obviously that's a huge stepping stone. I need to lose this weight so I can get that back surgery, which, you know, I'm crossing my fingers once I lose this weight. If, let's throw that if out, because let's just say I'm going to do it. Then maybe I won't need the surgery right away. Maybe I can wait till I'm like 40 or 50, because that's kind of ideal. But we randomly went off on a tangent again. Because of the views that have been coming in on my YouTube channel here lately, my ad revenue has been going up for me like 10 times what it normally is. It's not much, it's not a livable wage, but it's really going to help me because at the beginning of every year, as most people in kind of like in my situation understand, whenever you have health insurance, you got to meet deductibles and you've got to pay an out-of-pocket maximum before your insurance will even help you. And in my situation, I've been on this insurance. This will be my third year. When I started, it was $750. I make such a little amount of money that I don't have a deductible, thank God, but you still have that out of pocket, which means you have to pay that much out of your pocket before insurance will pay for it entirely. It was $750 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, however that is. Last year was $850, so it only went up $100. It is now $1,000 out of pocket, so it went up $150. And this is just the trend. It keeps growing. It's crazy, you know. The cost of groceries, they continue to go up. The cost of medicines, they continue to go up. The cost of your insurance, they continue to go up. But do our salaries go up? No, they don't. I still make $11 an hour where I work, but where I work, they kind of accommodate me because of my condition, my back. And I'm only able to work 20 to 30 hours a week. And on $11 an hour, it just doesn't leave much room. My medications, some of you may know, some of you may not, and if you're still here, you're going to learn now. You know, you might be able to tell just from the video, but I have anxiety, I have OCD, and I have depression. And I know a lot of people think, well, just get over it. Well, part of it is willpower, but the other part of it is a chemical imbalance, and you're born with it. People have depression and people have anxiety. And I've had it ever since I was in middle school, and I've been medicated ever since middle school. But the cost of those medications, and whenever my dad got sick and my mom had to quit her job because of it, you know, the better health insurance we had just went away. We don't have it anymore. We can't, you know, we can't get our medicines through health insurance. We have to pay for it. And I have to pay upwards of $300 a month if I didn't have health insurance. And it's just like, there's no way, you know, with car insurance, phone bills, electric bills, water bills. I have sleep apnea, so I have to have supplies for my CPAP machine, which I also have to pay for. And it's crazy how expensive that is because it's just made of plastic. You know, you just cannot get by. I mean, you just barely get by. Honestly, I know I sound like a whiner, and maybe I am. And I guess technically, if I didn't have health insurance, I would just barely by the skin of my teeth be able to get by. But I would not have any money for any luxuries, anything to enjoy life. It would literally just be working in order to pay for my medicine and to live and breathe. You know, there's no going out to the movies. There's no doing anything fun. It's just out the door. Thankfully, you know, this insurance sucks, but at least it's there, and I've grown to appreciate that more. Once I pay $1,000 out of pocket, and then they pay for my medicine, so that's cool. All right, guys, I went on far enough. I know it's kind of a complaining situation. This whole video was supposed to be about thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'm literally thanking you over and over again. Like I said, I made $500 off of YouTube last year. Most of that was at the tail end of the year when this video about the radio took off, and I've saved that money. And because I have it, I'm able to have a little bit of peace of mind. You know, it's January. Today I went and picked up my medicine. I wrote a check for over $300 today. And that hurts. You know, when you're getting a check every week for like $200, maybe $250 a week, it just doesn't leave you with much. And it just makes me appreciate more YouTube. And I wish a lot of other YouTubers would too, because I know a lot of them complain. They're like, oh, I'm only getting 50,000 views now when I upload a video. Well, there's something you're not doing right then, apparently. You need to engage your audience more. I know $500 is not anything to live on, but oh my God, I'm so thankful to have it. I'm really thankful, because that money's there to replace that money I just took out of my checking account. And like I said in the beginning, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for all of you. you subscribe to my channel. More importantly, most of you that are probably here, and if you're watching this still, it's just because you clicked on one of my videos because you needed help with something, and it helped you. And you left a nice comment. I read every single comment, and I like them, and, you know, obviously I ignore the mean ones. But you all comment such nice comments, and a lot of you even subscribe to the channel as kind of a repayment, which is amazing. And that's kind of how YouTube channels keep going. You know, you guys watching them, liking the videos, and subscribing. Thanks to you, I'm actually making a little bit of money, and it helps me out tremendously. So guys, that's pretty much it. I've rambled enough. I know I could make this video way more professional. I know that's what kind of killed the idea of me even making vlogs, because I'm just way too anxious. I worry about rambling about too much stuff in these videos, but I'm not going to edit this video. I feel like I've talked about just about a little bit about everything I wanted to talk about, and how they kind of all intermingle. It all sums up to, you know, life is tough, and you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing. You can't give up. And I mentioned, you know, my struggle with expenses and working, how hard it is because of my condition, and I just wanted to intermingle that with the fact that you guys are amazing, because you've helped me have a little bit of extra revenue that I can put towards medication that I really need. I really wish I didn't even have to take it. Like, it's gotten so far out of whack. This whole system is just out of control. Something needs to be done. I don't know who needs to be elected. I don't know how they're going to fix it. I've heard all of the politicians what they all think, and it's just crazy. Something needs to be done, because people like me just consider, you know, well, I'm just going to have to quit taking these medications. I can't afford them anymore. But, you know, when your doctor says, well, you need them because, you know, I mean, you can't help it, but it's the way you were born. You have a chemical imbalance. You can't control the fact that you get depressed. You can really try to fight it with willpower, and sometimes that's successful for people, but I've been there. I've been at low lows, and it's not good. And you sit there and wonder, it's like, why do I feel like this, and why can't I control it? But you just can't. And it's really tough. So I can't quit taking it. I've got to take it. I got to take blood pressure meds. I got to take anxiety medication. I know some of that can be reversed. Blood pressure, lose weight. I've lost weight in the past. I've weighed almost 450 pounds before. And within about 2 months' time, I went on a serious diet and a serious kind of like exercising. You know, I do a lot of movement at work, and that helps me not gain so much weight. But it's mainly, you know, eating habits. You know, I like to eat. And that's, you know, I take more calories in than I can burn off. So that's why I've gained the weight back. I'm back to 400 pounds. I got down to about 385 for a while there, and I was so proud of myself, but I kind of got down into one of those deep depression holes, and I was having to do some adjustments to my medications that hadn't been changed in years, and, you know, that's just life. Sometimes it sucks. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not going to make you endure it any longer. That's just one of the things, you know, in the back of my mind here. I'm looking down at this timer. It's like, God, I've rambled on for 14 minutes. There's probably nobody watching at this point, and that's a big thing. You know, a lot of people, they watch so far in, they get bored, and they quit watching, and then they don't really see what you're really wanting to talk about. I'd like to make more quality videos like that, but I just get so anxious. I'm going to make them just like this from now on. You know, I mean, I might edit them some, but I'm going to just talk about what I want to talk about. And those of you guys who make it to the end of my videos, I want to see it in the comment section. Let me know that you made it to the end of the video. And if you guys, you know, as long as you guys are enjoying these videos, listening to me talk about things in my life, I don't like making these kind of videos anymore because it just makes me sound whiny. But I just wanted to make this because I want to thank you guys. And future videos, I want them to be more about stuff that's cool and interesting. Talk about history, talk about tractors, talk about anything. But yeah, so if you guys do like these kind of videos where I just sit here in front of the camera and talk about stuff, history, anything, I've always wanted to make videos on YouTube A lot of the popular YouTubers like Alternate History Hub and all of them do. They do animations and they narrate things about history. It's like, why didn't I think of that back in the day when YouTube started? You know, anybody could have done that and capitalized off that, but it's not too late. If you grind at something you want to be successful at, you can do it. Like, I've thought about that continuously. It's like, why don't I just crank those videos out? You know, I do like video games. It's probably a problem where, you know, I don't get out and do enough exercising when I was younger, but I do like video games. I like making videos about video games, but, you know, I just keep thinking, well, nobody watches them. Nobody finds them that interesting. Nobody really wants to watch them. But then again, there are people who do. You have to ignore the people that are negative and try to shoot you down. I've actually had someone comment on my channel like 2 or 3 years ago claiming to actually know who I was, and they knew my family, and they basically flat out told me, you know, you ought to just die. You're not even worth the air. You're not worth the water that keeps you hydrated. That's what they said to me. I'm like, really? And it made me feel bad. But, you know, I just kind of brushed it off. It took me a good long while to brush it off. It's like, well, if you're really that sick of a person, like if you got a problem with me, why don't you own up to it and tell me, but don't just hide behind your random YouTube name and say something like that to me, because you basically could have just made someone go and kill themselves because they felt so bad about it. But luckily that didn't happen. Guys, thank you so much. Hopefully I don't make any more random videos like this where I just blab on about different things, but hey, if you're a hardcore fan and like listening to that stuff, maybe you guys found something interesting in this video today. I don't know. Thank you all. I've said thank you a lot now. I should have a counter up here. How many times I say thank you? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times? Who knows? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and leave a comment. I read them all. I get lots of them on these more popular videos. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.